I do not feel pain, not because I'm invincible, but because I have transcended the threshold where pain has meaning. What once seared through me like fire now feels like distant thunder. Loud, yes, but harmless. I have walked through the inferno, not just flames of war or betrayal, but the quieter fires, the loneliness, the disappointment, the echoing silence of being left behind. Each of those moments chipped away at who I was, until nothing was left but the core, hardened, focused, unrelenting. A monster does not wince. A monster does not flinch when the blade finds flesh. A monster does not look over its shoulder wondering if help will arrive, because it already knows it won't. Help is a myth. Salvation is a bedtime story for those still clinging to hope. And I let go of hope long ago. Not because I was weak, but because I was honest. I faced the truth. I held it in my hands like a shard of glass, felt it cut me, and still I did not drop it. There was a time I believed in justice. I believed if I stood tall, if I kept going, something good would eventually come. That there was balance in the universe. But that was before I was betrayed. Before those I trusted twisted my name, turned their backs and pushed me toward the edge. I reached for them as I fell, and they let go. So now I don't reach anymore. I watch, I learn, I wait. The fire they tried to drown me in didn't consume me. It forged me. It burned away the unnecessary, the fragile, the weak. And what remained was something else, something terrifying, something pure. A force no longer bound by the whims of others or the need for approval. I do not seek comfort, do not ask to be seen, do not beg to be heard. My silence is louder than their noise, my presence heavier than their absence. They hate me now. They whisper when I enter. They spit my name like venom. They want me to be what I was before, soft, forgiving, breakable. But that version of me died screaming, and no part of me mourns it. I am not here to be understood. I am not here to make peace. I am here to conquer, to endure, to exist on my own terms. Let them call me heartless. Let them call me arrogant. Let them call me cruel. I'll wear their words like armor, sharpen them into blades, and carve a path they'll never forget. They think they know pain. They think they've been through hell. But they haven't seen what I've seen. They haven't stood where I've stood. Alone, bloody, laughing at the storm because I had nothing left to lose. They think strength is how hard you hit. They don't know it's how many times you get hit and keep moving. I've been hit 1,000 times, and I'm still standing. I used to think I needed a place in their world, a seat at their table. But now I know I was meant to build my own kingdom. Not from marble or gold, but from scars and shadows and the steel of my own will. Let them fear me. Fear is respect. Fear is acknowledgement. Fear is the truth they can't swallow. That I survived what was meant to break me, and in doing so became something they can never control. I am not soft. I am not weak. My kindness was mistaken for permission. My silence was mistaken for surrender. But no more. The fire in me does not flicker. It roars. It spreads. It consumes. I don't carry wounds. I carry reminders. I don't carry trauma. I carry transformation. I don't need light. I am the inferno. When they pushed me down, I didn't cry. I stared up at them through the dirt and promised myself I'd rise so high they'd never reach me again. And I did. Higher than they imagined, stronger than they feared. They whisper that I changed. They're right. I changed. I evolved. I became something else. Something they cannot define, cannot predict, cannot destroy. And now they ask, why doesn't he stop? Why doesn't he rest? Why doesn't he feel? The answer is simple. I did not come this far to fall asleep. I did not fight this hard to surrender. I do not stop. I do not yield. I do not break. What you see now is the product of every betrayal, every scar, every battle. And I wear it like a crown. Let them try again. Let them gather their hate, their doubts, their weapons. Let them rise against me with everything they have. I will burn it all down, not in revenge, but in transformation. I will take every stone they throw and use it to build my empire. I will take every curse and turn it into a prophecy. I am not your villain. I am not your hero. I am your reckoning. Do not mistake my calm for weakness. Do not mistake my solitude for loneliness. I am the eye of the storm, the pause before the strike. I do not lash out. I annihilate. I do not warn. I arrive. And when I do, the earth shifts, the sky burns, and everything you thought was true turns to ash. Because I do not fight for justice anymore. I fight because I exist. I fight because I refuse to be erased. I am not what you made me. I am what I chose to become. And I chose to become fire. This is not a cry for help. This is not a plea for peace. This is a declaration. I will not stop. I will not cool. I will not fade. I burn forever. I am the nightmare they cannot wake from, the storm they cannot outlast. I am inevitable. They say monsters are born from cruelty. Maybe they're right. But what they never understand is that monsters are not broken. They are remade, tempered, hardened. And once the transformation is complete, there's no turning back. I used to be like them, hopeful, open, fragile. I used to wait for someone to come and light my path, but that path ended in darkness, and I walked it anyway. I built my own fire from the ruins, and it lit not just my way, but burned every lie they told me. Now, I do not bend. I do not bow. I do not explain. Let them try to stop me. Let them try to contain what they cannot understand. They will fail. They always have. Because I do not rise from comfort. I rise from chaos. And chaos is where I belong. So let them talk. Let them hate. Let them fear. None of it matters. I am not here to be liked. I am here to be unforgettable. I am fire, and I will never die.